Welcome YouTube. I'm your host Quillysantana. You're watching the Brains of Sports. Welcome back to the Brains of Sports, man. Today's topic, we're gonna be talking about, can Jalen Hurts win the Eagles Super Bowl? Y'all know it's Super Bowl weekend, man, on Lawrence Taylor Gray. So we're gonna be discussing, can Jalen win the Super Bowl? Because I see a lot of people they've been hating on Jalen, to be honest. Like, they've been trying to downplay Jalen, like Jalen sucked, like Jalen not good. You know, when I say Jalen Hurts is elite, no, I wouldn't put him in that Lamar, Josh, Joe, and Patrick. Patrick's in a league of his own, but I wouldn't put him on their tier. But Jalen's definitely can be right after them. All Jalen does is win. Jalen does what he's supposed to do. I made a TikTok about this actually. Probably like a week or something ago, where I was just simply asking, can we stop judging quarterbacks off things that have nothing to do with playing quarterback? Like, why are we talking about how good a quarterback can roll out to his left and throw the ball 60 yards? Like, if that was the case, we also know that Zach Wilson got one of the best throws ever in his pro day. But Zach Wilson is hot trash. The backup to a rookie right now. He's the backup to Bo Nix. So, like, I'll be lost on the topics that we, or like the discussions that we be having when we rate quarterbacks. Like, we don't rate quarterbacks anymore on them being able to throw with anticipation, them being able to throw receivers open, meaning like putting the ball where only the receiver can get it, making window throws, knowing how to drop it in the bucket or drop it in between the zone coverage or throw it right over the linebacker, but right in between right before the safety. Like, doing stuff like that, knowing how to set up their pass protection, something that like Caleb Williams struggled with all year. Like, he struggled with knowing how to set up his pass protection. He didn't know how to let his receivers know like who should be hot. If you running a 5-yard slant, you need to be running a 3-yard slant, because I'm not gonna have time for you to run 2 extra yards and you do a move and all that. Or like, I need the running back gonna go out. If you gonna swing right, I need you to swing and look. Don't just swing all around, all the way out to the right. I need you to like take 4 steps to your right. Once you run out there, look back. Just stop. Matter of fact, I can just swing you to you like from right there. Like, those are the things that you talk about with a quarterback. His pinpoint accuracy. Is he throwing guys the ball in stride, or is he throwing it behind them? Is it slowing them down? You know, that's type of stuff you judge a quarterback off of. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how to read a defense, pre-snap reads, knowing where the safeties are. We're not judging quarterback. We got to stop judging quarterbacks because, oh, man, he's 6'5" with a rocket arm, and y'all keep trying to look for the next Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, bro. That's not how it works, bro. That's not how it works, bro. We need to start developing quarterbacks again, actually judging them on their quarterback skill, not just out of nowhere saying, yeah. And they need to stop doing that in the draft too. Stop coming to me about a prospect about he got crazy physicals. Can he play QB? You tell me he got crazy physicals, don't mean anything. What you finna put him at? Receiver, DN, running back? I'm confused. What, you finna go play corner? Like, stop telling me he got crazy physicals, but he can't read a defense. Stop telling me he got crazy physicals, but he don't know how to set his pass protection up at all. Like, he don't even know how to tell if it's cover 1 or cover 2. Like, stop telling me silly stuff. He can't make window throws. It's hard for him to throw in the middle of the field. You talking about he got a rocket arm, but he can't make simple 10-yard throws over the middle. He can't throw dig routes. Like, you telling me he can throw a 70-yard bomb. A lot of quarterbacks able to throw a 70-yard bomb. Mr. Trubisky had a rocket arm and could run, and Mr. Trubisky was trash. So, like, I don't understand that. But let's really get into Jalen case right now. So, last Super Bowl when they played Kansas City, Jalen actually had a great game passing. Like, even though they had definitely a great running attack, he had a great game pass. I believe he had like 300 yards, and he made a lot of great throws. So, can he duplicate that is the real question, because me knowing that Steve Spagnuolo, the Chiefs defensive coordinator, 9 times out of 10, he's going to make Jalen beat them like last time. He's going to try to make Jalen beat them because I don't think, and because the Eagles running a game is 1,000 times better than it was the last time they played. Like, the Eagles running game is 1,000,000 times better than it was last time, like, because of Saquon Barkley. Just because of Saquon Barkley, because Saquon Barkley is a very dynamic running back. I've been saying he's the best running back in the years. I don't know if it's a hot take, but I feel like Saquon been the best running back in the league since he came in, like 2018. He been the best running back. He just played for the Giants. He just played for the New York Giants. That was just that simple. Like, he been the best back in the league. He been doing this. It's just like when you play for the New York Giants, or like simply idiotic, toxic organization, a lot of stuff go wrong, and you never get to actually put your full talents on display. And then, you know, when they do idiotic stuff like pay Daniel Jones before they pay you when you're the actual best player on the team, you should know that that organization is dysfunctional. But because we all seen in the NFC Championship game what Saquon could do. We seen in the divisional round what Saquon could do. Seen in the first game, like, we seen every round, we seen what Saquon could do. Even in the wild card game, that's what I'm going to say. Even in the wild card game, we seen what Saquon could do. So it's like, you know, any given time that he can that he touched the ball, it can go for 60, 70 yards. It can be a 40-yard run touchdown. It can be an 80-yard run touchdown. So if you're Steve Spagnuolo, your main thing is we're working on tackling. Because if we tackle him, he can't get a 90-yard run touchdown. Like, we're going to go out here and tackle, and we're going to load the box up. We're not trying to even allow him to get in a rhythm where he's feeling good, and we want to hit him. We want to hit him hard. We want to hit him quick. We want to get him and bring him down to the ground. So their game plan probably is going to be to load the box and make Jalen beat them. And the thing about that is, when people think that, I see a lot of people saying like Philly can't pass the ball. Philly can pass the ball, they just don't pass the ball. Why pass it when we can run the ball time and time again? This is why they beat Washington. They didn't beat Washington because they were just simply a better team. They beat Washington because they couldn't get stopped on offense and they forced a couple turnovers. Because Washington was playing good. Jalen Daniels played a great game in the NFC Championship game. They just kept fumbling the ball. But on Philly's, when Philly had the ball, they just ran the ball down the throat. The same thing Detroit should have did. And I'm from Chicago, so my dad's a Bears fan. I let all the Bears fans know. The reason that Detroit lost is because Ben Johnson got too cute. Ben Johnson got too cute. He was calling great plays, but they should have kept running the ball. If they would have kept running the ball, Jahmyr Gibbs was running all over them. If they would have kept running the ball instead of letting Jared Goff try to get the chucking it and all that, they wouldn't be at home right now, probably. Well, I still have Philly going to the Super Bowl. I picked Philly to go to the Super Bowl this entire time. So, I mean, they probably would have still been at home, but they would have at least made it another round. They would have got a home NFC Championship game. But he got too cute. He stopped running the ball on the 30th ranked run defense in the NFL. A bottom 5 ranked defense in the NFL, and you stop running the ball. You keep letting Jared Goff air it out. That's why Jared Goff threw all them interceptions, and the turnover just snowballed. Turnovers just went downhill from there. So Philly went out and just ran the ball down their throat. Simple. Because there was no need for you to even be trying to throw when you can just do this one thing. If they cannot stop this, if you heard the saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So there's no reason for me to keep trying to do something that I don't need to do. That's how things go left. So they never try to throw the ball, but they can throw the ball. They have 2 elite receivers. Devontae probably, I won't say elite because he's been the 2, so he never really put up and showed that he can be the 1. But come on, bro, it's D. Smith, bro. That's my bro. That's my boy, yo. Shorty Skinny Reaper. Like, come on now. So they got 2 elite weapons on the edge, and I want to see if if they go to a lot of man-to-man. And that's also AJ Brown. I'm expecting AJ to have a big game because AJ plays great against man-to-man. He plays great against man-to-man. He had the 2 shaky playoff games against 2 teams that play zone, that play zone a lot, and Green Bay and the Rams. They played a lot of zone. So I want to see if they're going to go with a lot of man-to-man matchups because they can eat. Those receivers can eat. And also, this year, the Kansas City Chiefs are dead last in guarding tight ends. So my X factor, I want to know what y'all think. My X factor for the Super Bowl is Dallas Goedert. The Chiefs are dead last in guarding tight ends. Dead last. And the last time they played, Dallas Goedert had like 6 targets, 5 catches, or whatever the case may be. Dallas Goedert can make some huge plays in this game because the box is going to be loaded. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for play action. And I'm expecting Jalen to make some big throws. Jalen's going to prove a lot of people wrong. Or he might prove a lot of people right. But I think he's going to prove a lot of people wrong because I've seen it. The last Super Bowl, he just was here 2 years ago. If I'm not mistaken, that was 2 years ago. He literally aired the ball out. He's able to air the ball out. He had no problem airing the ball out against that Chiefs defense. He literally got into a shootout with Mahomes. He just did what a lot of the other quarterbacks do when they get in the shootout with Mahomes. Lose. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that we are faulting Jalen because we're saying he's not doing enough in the passing game for their liking when he's winning games. And that's the problem. Listen, like I'm a Patriots fan, so I watched a lot of this. Like in the regular season, Bill's letting Brady air it out. Him and Brady and Josh are coming up with trick plays, and they're just airing the ball out, and they doing this and doing that. They putting up 40. When the playoffs come, a lot of run the ball, a lot of play action. It's playoff football, and all that airing the ball out, and a lot of that went out the window once the playoffs rolled around. Like as a Patriots fan, Tom had his games because he was Tom. But I'm saying, like, as far as the game plan go, the game plan was come out there and run the ball and run play action and stay in the game. Like that's always been a game plan, even since when he first got the chance to start till the end of his career with the Patriots. Like that was the game plan. We're gonna run the ball, play action, make great throws, play defense, and be disciplined and play smart. That was it. So like, that's why I say Philly did what they were supposed to do against Washington, because if that's the game plan, you come out, you stick to your game plan. There's no reason for you to go away from your game plan, like Detroit. And then your quarterback turns the ball over against an opportunistic defense, and now y'all in the world of trouble. Because now you got to get in a shootout with an offense that's red hot. With an offense that's chemistry is through the roof. With an offense is playing like, man, so it's like, that's not what you want to get into. So that's why I don't like it, because it's like Jalen's doing what he's supposed to do. That's what Tom always did. He conceived very early this was gonna be a tight game. This was gonna be a defensive battle. This was gonna be, okay, we're gonna have to fight for this. Let me not be the reason we lose. Let me not be the reason that we go down. Like, so his thing was trying not to turn the ball over. There's no need to take these risks. It's unnecessary, because the way this game is going, you not want to put your team in position to lose the game. And that's something that Tom Brady understood to the fullest, is that I don't need to try to play superhero all the time. There's no need to try to play superhero all the time, because that's how you can end up losing the game. Simple as that. That's how you can end up losing the game very fast. You just need to keep your team in the game. And then when it's time to make a play, go make the play. That's what made Tom Brady great. It's because he understood the game. He was clutch. So when it was time for him to do something, he went and did it. Just like, if you think about the Rams, let me bring up the Rams. I have the Rams stats on the other page. If you think about this game right here, look at these stats. This was Super Bowl 53, Patriots 13, Rams 3. 21 of 35 passing, 262 yards, 0 touchdowns, an interception, 71 passer rating. You see that the description. Oof, it's just an ugly game. that game was very tough. Like, that was just a hard fought defensive battle. And he had the one pick, I think, to lead early on. Then after that, it was just like, man, let's just got to keep the game close. And then when it was time for him to make a play, that was the big pass to Gronk down at the goal line when you needed it. But it was the fact that I need to keep us in the close games and then come through in the clutch and make the play when I need to make the play. Not trying to be the superhero and then throw 3 interceptions and then lose the game. Like, you know, he had some great games. And I seen Nick right on First Things First was talking about that's one of the things Patrick Mahomes is missing from like his case at being the GOAT over time is that like he hasn't had an elite player, a Super Bowl yet. Like every Super Bowl is like he had a great second half, but like start to finish he wasn't that good because they had to come back now from 10 a lot of Super Bowls. So it's like the first Super Bowl they had right here. 16-27, 145 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Only 145 yards, but he came through when he needed to come through. He made the plays when they were supposed to be made. He didn't put them in position to lose the game. He kept them in the game and let the defense do what the defense does. And then when it's time for us, when we need you the most, you come through and, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's just exactly what Jalen's doing. That's the game plan. You cannot fault the quarterback for the game plan because the quarterback also has to manage. It does not matter if you're a superstar. It don't matter if you have superpowers. You're supposed to manage the game. And that's what they had to teach Patrick Mahomes, even Patrick. They taught him that early on in his career. That's why he's so good right now. It's because he got that over the learning curve where I don't need to hit the home run every play. I got to hit my check downs. There's no need to try to fit that ball in there. There's no need to throw this. Take the sack or try to throw it away. It's okay, we can punt. This is what we got the defense for. Trust the defense, you know what I'm saying? And then when it's time to make a play, go make the play. But don't put your team in harm's way and potentially cost you guys the game and then now it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Every quarterback has to learn that. So once you learn that, then that's how you guys have more playoff successes. This is why he had, since becoming the starter, he has like the most, he had 45 regular season wins. I think if he wins Sunday, he would have like second most playoff wins or something like that. But all he does is win, literally. All he does is win. So now he did have a fumble in the Super Bowl, but the main thing is going to be probably him having to beat them in man-to-man coverage. They're probably going to throw some zone in there. They're going to try to cut the run off. But I feel like A.J. Brown, Dallas Goddard had a big day. Devontae Smith last time they played made a couple big plays. But I think Jalen can win in the Super Bowl just on some fact that I watched him almost do it before, and he has not regressed. It's not like they were trying to say like he's not as good. They're just a different team. People always gotta remember when you're playing sports. I think a lot of people that never play sports forget that you have to get a rhythm. So if you guys are a running team, you're not always throwing the ball, so you don't have a lot of rhythm. You see what I'm saying? So you have to build your rhythm up. You have to be throwing it for you to be in rhythm, so everything can run smooth like a well-oiled machine. Just like if y'all not a running team, now you trying to run it, that ain't gonna work, because that's not even what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? And this is for every sport. When the playoffs, what the playoffs is about is, can you do what you do best when you need to do it? So like, they're the best. They have the best offensive line in the NFL. Probably the best rushing team in the NFL. Can they run the ball Sunday? That's going to be the main thing. Can they run the ball Sunday? And that will keep some less pressure. They will put less pressure on Jalen Hurts because they will still be able to run the ball, play action, and all that. They probably going to have to bring people in the box, keep people in the box if it's not, and then bring them in if they're not already down there. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to help Jalen Hurts. That's what's going to help them. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes will be the most clutch quarterback in the fourth quarter all season long. Can he be clutch when it matters most? That's what it, you know what I'm saying? So whatever you do in the regular season, if you can't count on that, like when you get to the playoffs, if you can't do it when you need to, then it was all for nothing. It's like sacks. If y'all can't get a sack when y'all need to get a sack, it's fluke. Like y'all need new pass rushers, because it's like obviously when we need to get a sack, we couldn't get one. When we needed to get pressure, our pass rush was non-existent. So that hurts your team right there, because the defense was probably built off quarterback pressures and hurries and sacks, and then you couldn't. That was rare for you to get when you needed it most, and it cost your team because it changed the defense. But yeah, man. So that's my take on if Jalen Hurts can win the Eagles Super Bowl, man. Tap in. We got more content on the way, man. You know what I'm saying? Just beginning, man. The brains of Sports TV OS. You know what I'm saying? Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, man. You know what I'm saying?